Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, excuse me, today is Tuesday. Sorry. Today is Tuesday, the 31st day of March 2026. I hope this Tuesday finds you safe and healthy, and that your family's also safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the area of health, along with first responders every day doing their best to save lives. Those also that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children, victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those that are out here trying to help people that are victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography and child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, profiteers, and perverts that create demands that cause these heinous and perverted industries to exist. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 700,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, military veterans, homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There's going to be a basketball game tonight in Houston, Texas. The New York Knicks will be taking on the Houston Rockets. First, the Knicks have clinched a playoff spot. Now, there is a difference for those that may not understand between clinching a postseason berth, which the Knicks did a while ago, and clinching a playoff spot. Clinching a playoff spot means you have clinched the top 6 seed in your conference. So you cannot go, if you lose the rest of your games, you're not going to go any lower than the 6th seed. The Knicks have clinched that. To clinch the postseason means you have clinched the top 10 positions in your conference, because position 7 through 10 is play-in. So that's postseason, even though it's not considered necessarily playoffs. I hope you understand that. So the Knicks have clinched postseason, which means they have clinched top 6 seed. Now, we're not real excited about that because we know we're trying to clinch the 2nd seed. Right now, we're trying to hang on to the 3rd seed after 2 straight losses, but this is where we're at right now. So the Knicks, it's funny. I read somewhere, I think it was this morning. I won't say where because it's annoying. The Knicks are deeply flawed, the writer said. This is and unfortunately, I know there's going to be a lot of Knicks Nation read that crap and bring it to my channel. The Knicks are deeply flawed. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay? Has Mike Brown had issues trying to put Cat in his offense? Yes. The issues are a two-way street. Mostly, for most of the season, it was the Knicks were not looking for Cat. They're not looking to start the offense through Cat. Secondly, Cat sometimes gives up in his attempts to get the basketball, and I want to say for good reason. When Cat goes to either post on the low block, post at the 3-point line area, he usually has not just people grabbing him, they're usually hanging on him like flags on a pole. Okay, and he gets tired of that because he don't get no calls. And he gets discouraged. And it's difficult because Cat plays, one of the great things I like about him as a person, as a player, is the passion he plays with. See? And that, I don't want to go too deep in it, but depending on what island you come from, people are a little different. Not all people from the islands are the same. For example, Tim Duncan played with almost no passion, right? I mean, he was one of the most efficient power forwards in the history of the NBA. He just kept killing you quietly. Shaq would try to get in his goat, and he'd just be cool and just keep doing you up. Very cool about it, not getting all emotional, just very stoic. Now, he was from the Bahamas. Okay, he's a Bahamian. His family's from the Bahamas. Then the similar, if you go to Barbados, very cool, calm people. It's tropical breeze type people. But Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, passionate, very passionate. You got to look at, for example, the resident Boricua we have on our team, Jose Alvarado. Not just in terms of the style of play, but look in his eyes. He's very passionate. He meets the people when they come on. He's a passionate dude. Okay, and so they wear their emotions on their sleeve. You know exactly how they feeling because they will show you. And that's Cat. That's why he starts calling for fouls every time he goes because he is getting fouled. It's not like he's calling for fouls and he's not getting fouled. Cat is getting fouled every time he gets the ball and goes to the hole. Every single time. Okay, so it's obvious that the league has informed the refs, or the refs have decided we're not going to call every foul he gets because he'd be on the foul line every time he touched the ball, like SGA. But anyway, so that's just him. So it's a difficult thing, and that is why sometimes he gets discouraged from calling after the ball because he don't get it, and then if he does, he's being fouled. So it's a difficult thing. I wish people would see that and stop trying to criticize him all the time. It's not Cat's fault. It's the Knicks' fault. You can even blame Brunson, and I love Brunson, but he's not getting the ball. And then he gets tired of trying to get it. It's like with Mitchell Robinson. There were times during the course of the Knicks, especially even under Tibbs, where MitchRob was complaining about not getting the ball. He said he felt like he was on the treadmill. He's running the floor and he's not getting the ball, right? He's not even get to touch it. That is, all players feel like that. Okay, now MitchRob has been getting touches a lot more, right? And he hasn't been whining either, okay? But Cat needs to have the basketball on most possessions. And even Reggie Miller, and none of us are great Reggie Miller fans, but then he noted during the course of the Oklahoma City game, he said, how could you go down the floor and Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't touch the basketball? He noted the times they were doing that because that's what was going on. You go down the floor, Cat run down the floor, and he don't touch the ball? Can't do that. You can't do that. Number one, you went and traded Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo to get him, to get Cat. That's an investment. You need to make sure you capitalize on your investment. That's number one. Because Juju, if you remember, Juju would go all the way out to the three-point line where the point guard was and ask for the ball. Now, Cat don't really do that, but Juju would do that. Okay, so that the point guard had to wait, Brunson would wave him off because he come out there looking for it, right? They got to make sure Cat gets the basketball. I've been saying that for months now. This is not like new. And I've been telling y'all that Brown is overcomplicating this. It's not that complicated. Get him the damn ball and get out the way. Start cutting. He'll find you. So that's what we got to do, number one. Number two, aside from Cat getting the basketball, Cat has got to give some consistent effort, not just defensively in general. He does. But I'm talking about in the pick and roll game. And Oklahoma City was pushing that. And again, even Reggie Miller noted it. When Mitchell Robinson's in the game, they don't push it because Mitchell Robinson lock it up. When Cat's in the game, they push pick and roll because Cat will get lost in it and they'll get a basket. I'm glad they're doing that because that causes Brown, and Brown mentioned it a couple of games ago, that they've been trying to work on ways Cat can defend the pick and roll. And I'm glad that it's happening now because this is to me the main reason Indiana got biased. One was we were not guarding that three-point line strong enough. And the second one was the pick and roll with Halliburton and Miles Turner was killing us. Okay. So now you gotta expect, if teams know they can beat you that way, they're gonna keep coming at you. So especially with Karl-Anthony Towns, because nobody in the NBA at the 5 spot can guard him. And sometimes they try to put small people on him. They can't guard him. And that killed me when that fool talked about, who was that fool? Talked about he don't like physicality. The problem is he will bowl you and knock you on your ass, but he will get called for a foul, and he knows that, even if he's aggressive. So it ain't like he don't like physicality. They don't call no fouls for him, but they real call it against him on the foul call that we all saw where his arm was flailing and he bashed homie in his mouth, right? Homie had it coming. Because you know why? They were fouling him before that, before the camera caught that flailing of the arm, which is what they highlighted. He was being fouled 3 or 4 times before that. Okay? So I don't mind him throwing his elbow like that. Get off him. You don't want to get hit. See, but the refs got, see, back in the day, like I said, back in the 90s, they would do that to Patrick Ewing for a minute, but then, you caught too many bows in your grill, you ain't doing it no more. See? The only person they really didn't let get away and let people foul was Shaq. Because Shaq was such an unstoppable force that if you had to call, he'd be like SGA on a legit level. He'd be on the line all the time because nobody could do nothing with him on the low block. He was just too strong and agile. So now you got Cat. So we're in the modern game. They got it out for Cat. So he got it. It's tough, but he gonna have to learn to deal with that. Good thing is, in the playoffs, it's more physical, just in general, because it's just two teams going at it for 7 games. It's more physical in the playoffs, always is. That favors us. Okay, that favors the Knicks. Because Cat is tough. People don't give him enough credit, in my view. He's tough in terms of trying to guard him, number one. And if you want to go physical, he could do that. But if you want to back off and let him shoot the 3, he could kill you. So right now, they're working through that. He has got to be able to guard the pick and roll. And the problem is not laziness. Okay? I thought so because with Juju, I saw Juju wave off stuff and let people go by him. But then I understood that he was playing 40 minutes a game and that he's saving his energy for the offensive end of the floor, which it was a mistake, but that's what he did. With Cat, the ball moves so fast in the NBA, and players move so fast, he gets confused. You could even see him. You'll see him, and he's looking left and right, and he's trying to keep up, but by the time he gets his bearings, play is over. That's how fast it happens in the league. It's very quick, man. So he has got to back up, but then if he backs up the guy that's guarding, that's being picked, or the guy that's with him, the defender has got to step up because you don't want to give open threes, right? So Cat has got to back up and the guy's got to step up. You got to have a guy, and this is where Deuce comes in. Deuce fights through the screen and he will always go over. And then so if it's Cat and Deuce, Cat could back up on the roller because Deuce is going to cover the shooter. Okay, that's good. Now, not everybody does it like that. It's not easy either because they be setting some strong screens. But Deuce is like a daggone magnet. He sticks to that shooter. So if it's a big man or the smaller man, he will stick to the shooter, and that's what you want. So Cat has got to learn to who is rolling, follow the roller. And the guy, but in Brunson's case, that's a problem too because Brunson's too slow to get over the pick. This is a problem. So that's why they always want Brunson and Cat. Cat will back up. Brunson's too slow. You're going to get open 3. And if Brunson's real slow, not only like Halliburton, you could get the open 3 or you could get in the paint. Defense collapsed already. See, so they got to solve that. That's a problem they got to solve. Okay. And that's a Brunson issue, but this is the thing. As much as I have seen Brunson get beat in such situations, I have also seen him cover such situations. As a matter of fact, in this last game against Oklahoma City, I'm watching the game a little different than most people. Most people watching the ball. I'm watching off ball. I'm watching where my off guy is in the defense. I'm watching how Brunson fights through a screen. I'm watching how much he fights to keep people out the paint. I'm looking at that. I already know he got all-world, elite level, Hall of Fame level footwork. We already know that. And yes, that's the entertaining part, but I want to win. So I'm watching how he does the things that cause us to win. And so he's been doing a lot better. So I got hope for the playoffs coming forward. Now, tonight playing Houston. Now Houston, they're pretty healthy. But they 5-5 in their last 10. We know they got Sengun. We know they got KD. But they got some shooters. Now the good thing is Fred VanVleet's not there. He ain't been there. So they've been running the Thompson twin at the point. Now defensively speaking, that's a good move because that they need that. Durant is long, but he's never been all NBA defense. Sengun either. But you need a guy at the point of attack that's going to stop that invasion into your paint. That's the Thompson boy. Offensively, though, I'm not as worried about Thompson because, he's not a three-point threat. Like if he was like Brunson, right, well, you can't leave him open from the three-point line because he'll kill you. I would be a little concerned. But Amen Thompson is shooting 23% from three. So that means when you're in the pick and roll with whoever and Amen, you lower, you go back. You let him shoot the three. Okay, I don't care. Let him shoot the three. We want him shooting the three. Please shoot the three. Okay? So he's gonna hit 1 out of 4 at best. Okay, so that's gonna help us. So like Brunson is a weak link defensively. Offensively, in terms of 3-point shooting, Amen Thompson's their weak link. They got some shooters now. I mean, Jabari could shoot. Of course, Reed Shepard could shoot. They got some shooters now. And of course, Durant, he's 41% from three. But aside from Jabari, Reed Shepard, them cats could shoot. Okay, them cats could shoot. Aaron Holiday, Josh Okogie, they could all throw up a three now. But Sengun, like I mentioned, Thompson, But so they got some weaknesses there. Okay, so we can exploit that. And that's the thing. All teams in the league seek to exploit the weaknesses of other teams. The better team do a better job at it. Okay, exploit the weakness and create stops. That's what you want to do. Exploit weakness and create stops. This is a reason why I've been yelling so much about Brunson moving the basketball, because the more the basketball moves, the more you make the defense move. The more you make the defense move, the likelihood of you getting a nice open shot, whether it's a layup, mid-range, or a three, is higher. And then you've made the defense work. Okay? So if you do that, you can get more stops on the other end. It's terrible when you get one shot. That's why, back in the day when Marcus Camby used to play for the Knicks were very good defensively, not just because Camby was a very mobile center, agile on defensive end, covered a lot of ground, and he had length on the wingspan. But Camby would make sure that the outfit, whoever they was playing against, got one shot. And he would sweep that defensive boards. One shot, done. Okay? Cat does it, and MitchRob does it. So you need to make sure they get one shot that creates a stop for you and stifles their offense. Okay, so that's what we want to do here. We want to give them just one shot, and that's what was killing the Knicks in the last couple of losses. The one we know in Charlotte, where they weren't having the energy, they would get the stop and then not get the basketball. They would get, they're going Musa Diabate would get the basketball. You got to get the ball. That's why I'm telling you, when I be yelling at the TV, I be yelling stuff like, get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Because once they got the stop, they work real hard to get the missed shot. You got to get the ball. Okay, I don't care if it's a long rebound, short rebound, get the ball. And when the Knicks are doing a good job, which they have been doing, honestly, in the last few games, they've been boxing out very well. All of them, from the shortest dude, Alvarado, to the biggest dude, MitchRob and Cat, they've been boxing out, and they've been getting the ball. But when you could tell when they low energy, that's what I'm saying. It's not just they not boxing out, they don't have the energy, and they're not getting the ball. So they fight real hard to get a stop in terms of missed shot, but then you got to get the ball. That's how you finish the possession. You got to get the ball. So that's what we're talking about. Get the ball, okay? And against Oklahoma City, they was doing a good job of that. They really was. They was getting the ball, okay? But again, you can't win when you playing 8 against 5. And that's what they was doing, playing 8 against 5, okay? You can't win when you spotting them 21 free throws. You can't. It's hard, okay? Especially when you get 18 turnovers. Yes, we could have got less turnovers, but it was that type of game. They had a lot of turnovers too. But the thing is, you can't win, all things being equal, which they should be in a game like that. You can't win when you spotting them 21 foul shots because somebody waved at SGA. Come on, man. So hopefully tonight, now Kevin Durant, he's that same style. They give him the calls. Okay. But I don't want to see no 21 difference, man. They can't do that. Okay. No, that's not right. Make it a fair game. That's all I'm saying. And I know gambling controls the NBA. That's the sad thing, y'all. It is. I knew it when they started making gambling legal. That was going to mess the game up. Every game gets messed up because now you got to question every game. Did he drop that fly ball because the sun got in his eyes, or did he drop that fly ball because of the parlay? Did he throw that interception because he just missed the receiver ran the wrong route, or did he throw that interception because of the parlay? Did the Knicks get 21 less free throws because they were not aggressive? Or did the Knicks get 21 less free throws because the refs knew about the parlay? See? It causes questions all the time. Okay, and just the fact that you got to question that. And again, in basketball, that's where the question comes. The free throws. If the free throws are even, then pretty much 90% is an evenly called game. Refs going to miss calls on both sides. That's no problem. But for you to give somebody 21 more free throws than the other team, I don't know, y'all. That don't feel right. That don't taste right. That don't smell right. It don't. Just saying. So anyway, somebody said to me, well, that's normal now. If it's normal, that's a bad thing. It should not be normal. Okay, it should not be. So tonight, Houston, guard your paint. They're going to run pick and rolls. Brunson got to fight through, get on the other side, go up. Okay, if it's Amen Thompson in the pick and roll, let that fool shoot. Box everybody out. I don't think we're going to have an energy problem today. I'm hoping not anyway. Because this is the thing. Right now, in the standing. So the Knicks clinched top 6. But right now, they got 2 games behind Boston and only 1 game behind Cleveland. Now, the thing is, both Cleveland and Boston, Cleveland won. Boston lost last night. We got to win some games. We just got to stack up this dubs. That's what we've been saying. You got to stack up dubs right now. Okay, so tonight against Houston, we need the dub. Get the dub. Guard your paint. Invade their paint. Move the freaking basketball. 19 assists ain't going to get it done. And please, like Mike Brown said, take care of the effing ball. Stop the turnovers. Now, Cat going to get... I excuse Cat. Why? Because he's a 5, and he's a great passer. Now, he makes some stupid passes sometimes. You're going to turn the ball over. So him getting 4 doesn't bother me. Brunson, though, you can't be the point guard and get 4 turnovers. You just, no. Can't do it. And Josh Hart, he's got to pay a high. Problem with Hart always gives you hustle. That's the thing we love about him. He is Charlie Hustle. But sometimes he does not play the highest IQ brand of basketball. And we need him to do that. So, we need the low turnovers. We need guarding the paint, rebound the basketball, limit them to 1 shot, and get as many 3-stop sequences as you can. See, this is basic. Move the basketball. Let Karl-Anthony Towns touch it every time you come down the floor. Karl-Anthony Towns should touch the ball. At least touch it. Okay? And let the offense flow through him. Now, with respect to Deuce, I am surprised. That he is unquestionable. Because, now, this is the Knicks now. They real slick with this. When Deuce went into surgery, he was listed as questionable a lot before they announced, oh, he's going into surgery. So questionable is hopeful, but I'm not sure. I am disappointed that Landry's not ready. And you know what? Okay, fine. Make sure we have him for the playoffs. But we need the Landry-Deuce combination is what makes Mobb Deep deadly. Yes, we got Alvarado. Nice. JC been balling. Nice. Kumo D too. But it's the Deuce Shamet contingent that brings this to dynamite. Okay, and so we not gotten that right now. I I would be shocked if Deuce plays tonight. I really would. I'll be happy, but I'll be worried because it did not look good when he fell the other day and couldn't get up for a minute. He got up eventually, but I'm saying Deuce usually bounce up. And the pain he looked on his face and then having to limp back to the locker room, that did not look good. So I am hoping he's okay. I'm not interested in rushing homie back because we really need him in the playoffs. But if he does play and if he can perform at Deuce level, we're going to be in good shape. We just need Landry back. I'm wondering, I'm hoping, that Landry will be ready to come back, in short order. I'm hoping he'll be ready to come back in short order because we could use homeboy, man. I'm just saying. Shamet, now they had him listed in BSPN out until March 31st, which is today. Now they got the estimated return date tomorrow. I'm hoping he does come back tomorrow, but again, we'd like him to be healthy. We need him healthy. They got Deuce game time decision today. I still can't believe that. So I'm just going to hold my breath until either they announce he's out today or we see the game on NBC and he's warming up, ready to play. We'll see. He is tough, man. Deuce ain't no Anthony Ambulance, okay? He's Jalen Brunson tough. By the way, whatever we say about Brunson, I know people don't even like anybody saying negativity about Brunson. I get you. He's fam. But what I will say, and I always have said, never bet against Jalen Brunson. It's a bad move. We'll talk to y'all later. Enjoy the game. Shalom.